All right, thanks, guys. Arizona's at Colorado, 3:10 Eastern first pitch. The Rockies are $1.35. Total was 10.5 down to 10. Money's on the Rockies and the under right now. Nickel move toward Colorado already. We got Buckles for the Diamondbacks, Freeland's for the Rockies. Rockies look to make it 8 in a row with Freeland on the bump. Buckles is 7-2 with a 1.74 ERA for Arizona. Now, it's going to be a hot one in the Mile High City, 92 and clear by first pitch, wind blowing inward toward home plate. And although the Rockies team, they're red hot right now, just be careful taking them on the run line. They failed to cover in 11 out of their last 15 at home against Arizona. Meanwhile, the D-backs have gone 7-2 on the run line in their last 9 away from home. Now, total-wise, I know they're in Colorado, but this number does seem a bit high for me. The total's also gone under in 13 out of Arizona's last 18, 10-1 to the under in their last 11 on the road. Meanwhile, on the Rockies side of things, they're just 2-6 to the over in their last 8 themselves. So with all that said and done, I think I got to ride with the underdogs and the under. Give me Clay Buchholz getting the W. That's a Buchholz play exclusively in the under. 10 runs in this one. And with that said, welcome to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Thursday's MLB action. But before we get into that, I just want to remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just quickly hit that pause button right now and open up your browser and just type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you're a current patron of mine and you're watching this program right now, I just can't thank you enough. You make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, let's go ahead and jump right back into some more lines and personal leans. Just want to remind you that all starts are Eastern Standard Time. And on deck, we've got Cubs Nationals, 4:05 Washington. The Cubbies are $1.30. Totals 9. Money's on Chicago and the over right now. 25-cent move toward the Cubs already. We got Montgomery for Chicago. Joe Ross making his first start for Washington. Now it's going to be a dreary and breezy day in the nation's capital. 78 and overcast at first pitch. 81% humidity and a stiff 11-mile-an-hour wind blowing toward the right field wall. Now the Nationals did expose a badly slumping Philadelphia team earlier this week, but they're still not all that good on the run line. 8-15 ATS in their last 23. Just 2-9 covering in their last 11 at home. Meanwhile, the Cubbies are 644 in their games as the official Vegas favorite. Now, total-wise, 4 out of 6 head-to-head matchups between these squads got over the total. 2 out of Montgomery's last 2 starts got over the total as well. So with all that said and done, I got to ride with the Cubbies coming into town on this one. Give me Chicago -130 and the over. 9 runs in this one. Next game, Marlins-Mets, 640 New York. The Mets are the heavy $1.80 favorites in this one. Total was 8 down to 7.5. Money's on New York in the under right now. 20-cent move toward the Mets in the early wagering. We've got Sandy Alcantara for Miami. Steven Matz for New York. Alcantara is 2-0 in his couple of starts. 0.75 ERA thus far in the year. Should be a pretty nice night for baseball in Flushing, Queens. 73 and mostly cloudy. 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight out towards center field. And despite taking all of the early money in the early going here, this Mets squad is just 2-4 straight up in their last 6, playing at home against Miami. 4 out of Steven Matt's last 6 starts also all resulted in losses as well. Now, Sandy Alcantara is a little bit different story for Miami. Just 1 earned run given up in 12 innings. Wins coming against Philadelphia and the Mets, respectively. Now, total-wise, we might see more scoring than you think in this one. The Mets are 6-1 to the over in their last 7. Meanwhile, on the Miami side, the Marlins are 7-2 to the over in their last 9 away from home. So with all that said and done, I think I got to take another underdog catching the plus money. Give me the Miami Marlins plus $1.65 in the over, 7.5 in this one. Next game, Athletics Orioles, 7:05 Baltimore. The A's are $1.80. Total was 9.5 down the 9 flat. Money's on the Athletics and the under. 10-cent move toward Oakland in the early going here. We got Anderson for Oakland, Bundy for Baltimore. Should be a muggy, overcast night at Camden Yards this evening. 77 and cloudy, 82% humidity, 10-mile-an-hour wind blowing toward the right field wall. Baltimore's winless in 5 attempts versus the A's this season. The Orioles have also won just 15 of 70 versus winning ball clubs. Even worse than all that, the O's have dropped 28 of 34 at the current moneyline price. Now the total has gone over in 5 out of Oakland's last 6. Baltimore's also 4-1 to the over in their last 5 themselves. Now I don't mind a run line play in this spot here. Oakland's 6-2 ATS in their last 8 away from home. Give me the Oakland A's minus 1.5 and the over. 9 runs in this one. Next game, Blue Jays, Red Sox, 7:10 Boston. The Red Sox are the $2.50 favorites. Total was 9.5 down the 9 flat. Money's on Toronto and the under right now. 30-cent fade of the Bo Sox in the early going here. Gaviglios for Toronto, Rodriguez for Boston. Should be a nice night for baseball at Fenway. 67 and partly cloudy at game time. 6-mile-an-hour wind toward the right field wall. Eduardo Rodriguez is 12-4 on the year. Boston's 17-4 in their games where he makes a start. Boston's also a perfect 8-0 in their games played at the current market price. And if you need any further confirmation that this is a real tough spot for Toronto backers, the Blue Jays won just 4 of 18 head-to-head matchups with Boston this season. Now, total-wise, Toronto's 23-9 to the over on the road when the line was 9 or higher. They're also 47-24 to the over away from home this season. So with all that said and done, we should feel comfortable with a run line play here. Boston's 11-3 ATS in their last 14 with Toronto. Give me the Boston Red Sox minus 1.5 and the over. 9 runs in this one. Next game, Dodgers Cardinals, 7:15 St. Louis. The Dodgers are the $2 favorites in this one, total 7.5. Money's on Los Angeles and the over right now. 40-cent move toward LA already. Kershaw's for the Dodgers, Gomer's for the Cardinals. Now it's going to be a beautiful night for baseball at Busch Stadium. Clear skies and 78 by first pitch. 4-mile-an-hour wind toward the right field foul pole. The Dodgers are finishing up a 10-game road trip with this Cardinals in this series here. With this Cardinals series. They were swept by St. Louis in late August, but opened this game as a big favorite. He's not the Kershaw of old, but he's still got some pretty good stuff. 7-5 on the year, 2.42 ERA. He's going up against one of the biggest surprises in Major League Baseball, this Austin Gomer character. He's 5-0 on the season, 2.93 ERA, and the Cardinals are a perfect 7-0 in their games where Austin makes the start. Now, Los Angeles hasn't been real good when it comes to a run line play as of late. Just 4-9 ATS in their last 13. They've also struggled in their games at the current money line price. 4.58 in their matchups at the current money line odds. Now, total-wise, all 3 of these teams' head-to-head matchups stayed under the total this season. And these teams historically play each other to some pretty low run totals, 9-3 to the under in their last 12 at Busch Stadium. So I do like the Cards in this one. I just don't like the fact that I have to lay a 1.5 to get any value. Not a great spot, but regardless, I'm going to lean toward the St. Louis Cardinals on the run line and the under, 7.5 in this one. Next game, Twins, Royals, 8:15 Kansas City. The Twins are $1.20, totals 9.5. Gonzalez is for Minnesota. Phil Myers for KC. Beautiful night for baseball down there in Kauffman. Clear skies and 79 degrees. 7-mile-an-hour wind blowing toward the first base dugout. KC's won just 17 of 57 as the home underdog. They're also just $3.23 at the current market price. The total has gone under in 4 out of KC's last 5 ball games. Give me the Minnesota Twins and the under 9.5 in this one. All right, next and final game for the show. It is going to be Mariners-Angels, 10:07 the Big A. The Angels are $1.10. Total was 8.5 up to 9. Money's on Seattle and the over right now. 20-cent fade of Los Angeles in the early betting. We got Mike Leake for the Mariners, Despain for Los Angeles. It's going to be a perfect night for baseball in Southern California. Clear skies and 71 by first pitch. Just a 2-mile-an-hour breeze toward home plate. And although the Angels are 6-1 in their last 7 ball games, they've won just 3 out of their last 10 contests at the Big A. And if you think you can improve your equity with a run line play, they have failed to cover in 8 out of their last 12 head-to-head matchups with Seattle. Now, total-wise, we're looking at a record of 10-5 to the over in these teams' 15 head-to-head matchups this season. Give me the underdog Mariners and the over 9 runs in this one. All right, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I just have to quickly remind you to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage. And with a documented win percentage of 60% for the entire year of 2017, you're costing yourself valuable information each and every day you're not subscribed. Packages begin at just $1.99 per month. There's also plenty of free content there as well. So once again, please feel free to just quickly hit that pause button right now and open up your browser and just type in patreon.com/BrockPage. It'll only take you a few seconds. Link is in the description section below. And if you're a current patron of mine and you're watching this program right now, I just can't thank you enough. You make it all worth it. And with all that said and done, I just want to thank you for watching today's program. I hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And please don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.